Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. I wanted to share if you are firstborn or have firstborn tendencies or fall into often the trap of being a Martha rather than a Mary, I'd like to share that I struggle with this very much so also. And something that's encouraged me is to take my mind off of serving becoming a checklist and place more of that on my heart towards Jesus. I often find myself taking everything where I'm assisting with my church or doing an action that I felt prompted to give to the people around me or to do for the people around me, that I treat it like a checklist and I will take the action I feel like I'm supposed to take and I will check it off the list. Okay, we're done. We'll move on. We won't have to think about it. Not going to pray about it. Not going to do anything other than get it done as fast as we can and as well as we can. And that really haunted me with how much I'd see others around me that seemed to have their hearts so much closer and had such a inspiring relationship with Jesus when I felt like I was stuck. Why can't I have that relationship? Why do I feel so distant? And a lot of the time I realized it was because I was placing so much emphasis on my actions instead of my heart towards God. I was doing all the Christian things. I was getting all of the Bible reading, all of the praying, all of the going to church, all of these done and serving, but I wasn't really turning my heart towards God. I was doing it for more how others would see than how I was doing it more for others than I was doing it for God. And that really hit home. So I wanted to share also the story of Mary and Martha, just because it's so easy, especially for myself, to fall into that trap. And just as an encouragement that we can still strive to be more like Mary, but even though it is difficult, not saying serving and helping is at all negative, but just the fact that I will treat it like a checklist and focus more on actions than my heart towards Jesus. So I'll read this real quick. It's from Luke 10:38 to 42. Now as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and she went up to him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me." But the Lord answered her, "Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her." All of these earthly ways of serving in our community aren't going to be here forever. Soon we're going to go on to our heavenly home where we will be forever and ever. If we keep treating our faith as a way to just check off day to day and treat it like cleaning our house almost, then we aren't really like preparing ourselves to be with Jesus. We are focusing more on a worldly perspective than a heavenly perspective. So I just challenge you, and I'm challenging myself, to take this week or the rest of this week and really take the perspective of Mary. Take this perspective of not everything has to turn out perfect. Not everything has to be checked off of that list. And just to take the time in your day to pray and ask God, how do I build a closer relationship to you? And how do I get rid of this tendency? How do I keep my heart focused on you? Hope that helped at all, but just wanted to share, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.